I went to the Clawson comic book and toy show last weekend, and new comic book day for March 20th. So let's check it out. Hey, thanks for checking out my comics closet. I'm Lynn, and I'm going to show the books I picked up for new comic book day, March 20th, 2024. And I went to the Clawson comic book and toy show last Saturday on the 16th. It was a good show. They had a lot of stuff there. It's a small show in Clawson, Michigan at the Knights of Columbus Hall. So I'll show what I picked up from there. And I wonder if you can guess what it might be. But first I was gonna, well, there's a few things coming up. We got this coming up at the end of the month. Actually, I'm thinking I'm gonna leave here a little while this afternoon, going to it's called the Metro Detroit Con in Chesterfield Township, Michigan. So it is at the Collectors Hall. I have never really heard of it. I've heard of a big show out there. I didn't know what it was. So I may go check that out this afternoon. It snowed here, about 3 or 4 inches. So I'll see how that holds out, but I'm going to try to head out there in a little while just to see what's going on. I got a couple books actually I would like to drop off for Aaron at Amped Comic Cleaners. On Instagram here, you can get hold of him, but he does go to some of these local shows like this. I don't know if he's going to be there for sure, but I'm going to throw a couple of books I want to get cleaned and pressed in my bag and take with me. So, but I'm going to show what's coming up here. Actually, this is next weekend, March 30th. The Livonia Oaks Hall is the toy show, Hot Wheels, pop culture, comic books. But next Saturday is my wife's birthday, so I probably won't make it to there. And then on April 14th is the Knights Hall show in Livonia, Michigan, on Farmington Road, Livonia, Michigan. $3 to get in, free after 3, 10 to 4, hourly door prizes. I've heard it's a really good show. It's on Sunday, which is a different show for me. I mean, but also on the 14th is the Lansing Collectible Toy and Comic Show in Lansing, Michigan. Actually, it's in Okemos, Michigan, at the Okemos Event Center, 9 to 4. Free admission, tons of vintage, toys, comics, records, posters, and much more. So, and then cash paid for old toys. So if you got stuff you want to sell, you'll be people there looking at them. And then also, well, that whole weekend of April 12th to the 14th is the Grand Rapids Comic Con, which is the Kalamazoo County Event and Expo Center, Kalamazoo, Michigan. It is, I thought I had a price on here. But you can go to www, obsolete W's. It's actually shorter to say World Wide Web, right? 3 syllables, www, 9 syllables. Anyway, www.grcomiccon.com for info, prices. Looks like I got a whole list of people going to be there. But anyway, Kalamazoo County Event and Expo Center, Grand Rapids Comic Con Spring Fling Road Trip. Should be a good one. I'm not going to make it. I got other things going that weekend. I'm going to go to some of these local shows, because there's also the Dawn of the Collectors Show in St. Clair Shores on the 13th of April, which is one of my favorite shows to go to. A lot of guys I know there now, and $3 admission, 10 to 3, early bird at 10, or early bird at 9, pay $10, get in at 9 or before 10, and you're into the early bird drawing, which is usually a pretty good slab. I won that one down there at an early bird drawing. Spider-Man with the Hobgoblin. That's the first battle between Hobgoblin and Spider-Man. But anyway, this is the Dawn of the Collectors on Saturday, the 13th of April, at the St. Clair Shores is it the VFW Hall? Yeah, VFW Bruce Post on Jefferson Avenue. And you can go to the dawnofthecollectors.com. And there's also another show coming up the next weekend on the 20th of April at the Risen Christ Lutheran Church in Plymouth, Michigan. Same deal, $3 admission, goes from 10 to 3, early bird at 10, get in after 9, before 10, kids under 12 free, and they do door prizes every hour. So, and then there's the Detroit Comic Book and Toy Show, Saturday, April 27th. That's going to be at the Ford Community and Performing Arts Center. It's $10 to get in, free for kids under 12, from 10 to 6. It says on Michigan Avenue, free parking. I think I'm going to go there. It's actually run by the same guy that did the Clawson show last week. I think his name's Marty Herchik. But anyway, got a lot of people going to be there. I'll talk about that more. And this is also the Wixom Toy Show. Same day, April 27th, 2024, from 9 to 3 at the Total Sports Complex in Wixom, Michigan. This is a $5 admission, 10 and under free parking. $10 early bird starts at 8. But you can go to, see they left off the www on this. Go to midmichigansupershows.com, and they're also on Facebook at Wixom Toy Show. So that's all the local shows coming up, except I just found this for the Motor City Comic Con, May 17th and 19th. You know, I've been putting up the save the date thing. So it's Friday 12 to 7, Saturday 10 to 7, Sunday 10 to 5. Yeah, photo ops, pop culture, movie memorabilia, comics and collectibles, celebrity autographs, guest panels, Kids Day Sunday, and more. And William Shatner's going to be there. I already had him sign some books, and I had him sign a big laser disc of Wrath of Khan. I've shown that before. Katie Sackhoff's going to be there, who was, what was her name in there? Kara Starbuck Thrace on the new Battlestar Galactica in the 2000s. She was also in The Mandalorian, Robot Chicken. She did some Star Wars stuff, voices on, she was a voice actor. So I'm going to try to find something to have her sign. Also, Giancarlo Esposito, who is, he was in The Mandalorian too. Charlie Hunnam, Carla Gugino, who was in Watchmen. Karen Allen, who was in Raiders of the Lost Ark. Dante Basco, Lex Luger, wrestling legend. Amy Jo Johnson, not sure who she is. Steve Dowling, Shemek Moore, which looks like he must be the voice of Miles in the Spider-Verse movie. And Ernie Hudson. I got to find something for Ernie Hudson. He was in one of my favorite movies, Congo. And look it up. My favorite line in that by Ernie Hudson was, "I run away." So it's very funny. And in comic guests are Joe Rubenstein, Bart Sears, Claudia Gray, Tom King, Dean Haspiel, Kaylin Smith, Cully Hamner, Mitch Gerards, Joseph Schmalke, Dan Parent, Jonathan Rand, and more. So you can purchase tickets and VIP packages at MotorCityComicCon.com. It's going to be at the Suburban Collection Showplace in Novi, Michigan, the MC3. So I will be there all 3 days, I hope, as long as nothing happens bad. Everything's good so far. So, we've already talked about AMP comic cleaning. So I'm going to show the books now that I picked up from Comics Corner, my LCS, and been going there for over 30 years. They've been in business for over 40 years. You can look them up here on Instagram. Dan Patazik is the owner. He posts every week about new releases and what's coming out. So I was there Wednesday, March 20th, and I picked up these. This is Spider-Boy. What is this, 5? Looks like he's getting stomped on by an elephant. Oops. Check for the Spidey glasses. I just knocked them off. Put them back here out of the way. Anyway, I have all kinds of crazy little stuff like that. Especially if they're only a couple dollars, I pick them up. So, Spider-Boy 5. Now they have this new web of Spider-Man #1. It's a cool cover. Featuring Last Taste of the biggest spider stories in 2024. So maybe it's some reprints, I'm not sure. But Web of Spider-Man 1. And then there's the Invincible Iron Man 16, which is still part of the Fall of the House of X storyline, it looks like. And then there's the Fantastic Four. What is this? 18. Which have had some pretty cool covers lately. They're more like the big painted type covers going on there. And then I have Captain Marvel number 6. I'm not sure what's going on with that. And we have Vengeance of the Moon Knight number 3, which has got kind of a skull cover. It's got the beak skull. He's in a black suit now. I gotta get caught up on Moon Knight. Okay, and then this is X-Men Forever number 1, which looks like it's got Jean Grey in a pool of blood that looks like the Phoenix. And it's part of the Fall of the House of X storyline. And also the Resurrection of Magneto number 3. And that's all the Marvel books that I picked up on from Comics Corner. Most of the stuff I get is Marvel. I hardly get any DC unless I don't get any DC in my full box unless I may go pick something up if I hear about something cool. But you can only do so much. You can only collect so much. But the first one I have here is Walking Dead Deluxe number 85. And then Spawn 351 says a new ruler, a new artist, and a new direction. I'm not sure who the new artist is. And that's everything that I picked up from Comics Corner that was in my pull box. But I did pick up, actually, I got quite a few books from the Discerning Reader Rack. So, first one I got, which I got the first one last month, I guess. I remember picking this one up, is Displaced. This is Displaced number 2. And then I got Beware of the Planet of the Apes number 3, which when I was a kid, I always loved the Planet of the Apes movies too. I mean, I was a kid and I thought they were awesome. I knew the effects were top of the line back then. And then I bought this, picked up this. What number was this? I can't remember. Is this 2? 5. The Holy Roller, number 5, which I do want to read this book. It looks very interesting to me. He's always got that big ball in his hand with spikes and stuff on it. So I am going to read that. And now this is a book done by a local artist. And he has been into the comic shop a couple times to sign books, I think. Kill Your Darlings, number 7. So I've been trying to pick all of these up. I believe I do have all of them up to this point. Get these over here where they don't come down. And then this is, I think this is the variant edition. These are image books. Kill Your Darling, number 7, variant edition. And then I picked up this, which is actually a number 0, the Macelliverse or Macelverse. This is what? Macelverse Comics, I guess, is the brand, the publisher. The Macelliverse or Macelverse. I think the rest of these are all issue 1s that just came out this week. A little black book, 1 of 4, which is an AWA published book. Published by AWA, I've never heard of that publisher. And then I got, what number? This is number 1, yes. Dawn Runner, number 1, which is a Dark Horse book. It says Dave Stewart, or as part of the creative team. So anyway, and then there is this last one I picked up called Man's Best. And this is Man's Best number 1. So, and there's everything that I picked up from my local comic shop at Comics Corner. Now I'm going to show everything I got from the Clawson toy show. actually, one reason I went is because I think I showed the clear backing boards that I bought the week before at the Toledo Fantasticon from Kmart Comics, but he didn't have any of the Mylars that go with them, which actually I used a bunch of them and just used regular bags for my early Spider-Man stuff. But anyway, these are Silver Age Mylars. I think they're $25 for a pack. So, it's Archival Light comic bags. So, I didn't really pick up a whole lot of books from there. I actually picked these 3 up from Just Joe King, Joe and Brandy. Anyway, this is Amazing Spider-Man 261, but it's a Hobgoblin cover, which I have a few of. And then I got this Amazing Spider-Man 259. Just a classic yellow cover, right, Neil? And then I got this What If Spider-Man, What If, of course, Spider-Man had never become a crime fighter. Because at first, when he realized he had his powers, he was going to try to get rich and be on TV or whatever. And this looks like it has several different stories. I looked through it really quick. I think it said it was published in 1980. But it's What If, number 19. So, that's all the raw books I got from the Clawson Choice Show, and they were $10 each or 3 for $25 is what I got. I picked up 3 of them. I've been going through those boxes a while. He did add a few things, but I think all 3 of these books I had seen before and had just passed by because I grabbed books I was more interested in at first. But I did grab one Slab, which you can see as at Fantasticon I bought this from Lantern Comics. Well, he also had this. And there's my 361 sign with a sketch by Bagley. But he had this Amazing Spider-Man 122, which is the Death of the Green Goblin. Death of the Green Goblin, which it actually has in quotation marks on the label. But it's a 7.0. I think I paid $300 for it. He had like $375. And I asked him if he could take $300 because that's all I went to the bank and got $300. I didn't think he'd really take it, but he did. So I picked up this, same as this, except this is a facsimile copy that I picked up a while back. It was in my Spider-Man box, hold in place. But so now I have a nice Slab copy, a 7.0. Looks really nice. It's from what, 1973. So I remember I was reading these books at the time. I was 13 years old in 1973. So I had these books. Of course, I kept them in a big box under my bed. The covers got torn off them. They were tore up. But I did sell, actually all of them, I think, to a kid in the neighborhood named Tony DeMacelis. He would come down to the house when I was 16, 17, 18, had a girlfriend and all. And he'd come down with $5 or $10, and I'd hand him a big pile of books. They were all beat up, tore up, terrible grades, but he bought them all. And I hope he still has them or is doing something with them, but they were bad shape. But these books are worth something in almost any shape, So yeah, he had $375 on it. I offered him $300, thinking we would be haggling, and he said, since I'm such a good customer, give it to him for $300. Which that one he had, I think that one he had $300 on, and I offered him $250, and I think we went with $275. But anyway, so those are my Spider-Man books that I picked up this week, which basically every week I pick up Spider-Man books. I do grab other stuff occasionally. I mean, if something's cool, looks like it's a good price, or I can't find anything really spidery that I want, Spider-Man stuff. But that's why I got all my Spider-Man stuff in the back. I can see every one of these are 9.6, because CGC, no. That one I bought at a 9.6. All these other ones I sent it. No, I bought these 2. Well, this Venom, number 4, which I had a 9.8 of this, and I sold it. And this is another one, the same thing. That's why I got it back here where the glare is. But I think I'm gonna crack these out and press them myself, because I can see they've never been pressed. Covers are, wavy, just like out of the printer. So I think I'm gonna crack these out and press them myself and send them back in. Maybe one to CBCS and one to CGC. I'm not sure. But then I have, of course, my 9.6 Marvel Superhero Secret Wars signed by Jim Shooter, which I had up last week. But to get 12 9.6s, I had to grab everything I had. This is Carnage, Black, White, and Blood in a 9.6. This is another, that's like the Gleason variant. And this is, I'm not sure if it's the original. No, that says variant edition there too. They have Amazing Spider-Girl #1 in a 9.6, which I did expect to come back in a 9.8. But I sent it in and had CCS, or whoever it is, CGC's pressing company do it. I mean, a 9.6 is fine. This was a 9.8 until I had it signed by Terry Cavanaugh, and it came back from CBCS as a 9.6. I also have a 9.8 CGC with the blue label. And of course, this is classic. These four are all classic McFarlane covers with the custom label, where Spider-Man has actually got the Captain Universe powers and punches. I know he looks like he punched him kind of low, but then he punches him into orbit, and then you have to fly because you can fly like Superman in this book and save him. And this is Amazing Spider-Man 312. I think this is the first battle between Green Goblin and a Hobgoblin, which I did buy this book, Slab. I believe it was from Just Joe King. This I sent in, came back to the 9.6, got the custom label. I think that's the first full Venom on the cover. They had him on a couple times before, but it was just his head, like a floating head, which I love. I love when they had a few floating heads. And then this is, I'm not sure if that's the first one. What number is that? I think that's 299. So that's like the second McFarlane art on Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man. I have the first one too, 298, but I think it came back at like a 7.5. But I sent in all that stuff, and it came back pretty good grades. I sent all these in together. And then down there is, like I said, I think 239, which is the second appearance of the Hobgoblin and the first battle between Spider-Man and the Hobgoblin. So, pretty much everything I have up here. I do have now 200 subscribers. I appreciate everybody out there that's subscribing. I'd appreciate it if you'd subscribe. I'm trying to get to 250. When I get to I'm trying to get as high as I can get, whatever. I always do. No, I'm trying to get, many subscribers as I possibly can. I never, knew how this would work out. Get 1,000 subscribers, you're supposed to get paid. I guess it's like 500 now. But anyway, I'm at 200. So when I get to 250, I'm going to be doing another giveaway. And I was thinking maybe if I can get one of these to come back in a 9.8, or even both of them, I may give one of those away, or something. I'll put together a package, and I'm going to do a giveaway, just a random comment giveaway. So appreciate it if you comment, like, share, let your friends know. I'm going to be doing a giveaway here. Who knows how long? I mean, I've been doing this 2.5 years, and I just hit 200, which is a good milestone. But I did a giveaway at 100 subscribers. I did a giveaway at 100 videos, which I gave something away to everybody that commented, or put the hashtag in that I wanted. So I'm going to do a giveaway at 250. And I'm not sure what I'm going to give away yet, but I'll figure something out. Got quite a bit of cool stuff. It'll probably be Spider-Man stuff. But I appreciate you checking me out here at my comics closet, where we take comic collecting right out of the closet. So thank you.